Hello lovelies, my name is Uni and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to cut 6 different basic necklines. These basic necklines are like a foundation for you to actually create or cut any other neckline designs you desire or you want. So stay tuned, keep on watching.
First off, we're going to create a shoulder illusional mark 7 inches and create a shoulder slope of 1 inch, and I'm going to assume an armhole depth of 7 inches. Just create an illusion, but our major aspect is creating the 6 different basic necklines. So our first neckline is the round neck line, and standard measurement for a round neck is 3 by 3, most especially when you want to attach a collar. But if the person is on the slimmer side, you use 2.5 inches for the width and 3 inches for the depth. So for this illustration, we're going to use 3 by 3. So I'm going to first actually create like a square, like so, as you can see. So from there, that's my width. That will be the width of my neckline. And the next arrow I'm creating will be my depth or the length of my neckline. So for this round neck, we are going to make use of 3 inches width and 3 inches for the depth, like so. So as you can see, the inches for the width and depth and inches for the width. Yeah. So I'm going to come out by the midpoint and create an arc with 1 inch. Mark out 1 inch and create an arc there to actually guide us to actually create our curve. Then create my curve like so, as you can see, like so, for the round neck. Don't forget, if you're on the slimmer side, you make use of 2.5 inches for the width and when you want to attach a collar. And the round neck can be whichever width and whichever depth you want it to be. This is just for the illustration purpose. Then just create my imagined shoulder slope though. That's our round neck there. Has a curve like so. I'm going to just actually cut through. So I'm going to see how our round neck actually looks like so. Then cut through our shoulder slope, our imaginary shoulder slope. Yeah, open it up and here it is. You can see just like a U shape. So let's title it a round neckline. That's our first basic neckline. 3 inches for the width and 3 inches for the depth. It can be whatsoever width or depth you want, but this is just the standard, like so. Then over to our second neckline. Fold your fabric into 2, mark your shoulder. Then the shoulder slope comes on by 1 inch. Then mark your imaginary or what you mark your armhole. Then we are going to use 4 inches for the width of this neckline and 5 inches for the depth. Actually, our second neckline is a square neckline, like so, 5 inches. Then cross check 4 inches, cross check the depth, that is 5 inches, and connect the dot. Then don't make your width too much to avoid gaping, except you're applying a contouring technique to avoid gaping. So the depth of the square neckline can be your desired depth. But for this tutorial, we're going to use 4 inches for the width and 5 inches for the depth. And just cut through. Then cut through the shoulder slope, the imaginary shoulder slope actually. Open it up and you can see, like so. That's a square neckline. So let's write our square neckline. That's our second neckline, a square neckline. For this tutorial, we are using a width of 4 inches and we're using 5 inches for the depth. And for the second neckline, for the fabric into 2, second neckline is a scoop neckline. So mark out 4 inches for the width, like so, 4 inches for the width and 5 inches for the depth of our scoop neckline. For this illustration, you can make yours any depth and any width of your choice, but for this illustration we're going to use 4 inches for the width and 5 inches for the depth of our scoop neckline. Then you connect the dots like so. Then you go up by 1 inch like so, then 1 inch like so up. Then on the other line you go out by 1 inch also. Then you connect it with a curve. Don't mind me using my hand though, like so. Let me just trace it out for you to see clearly, like so. So roll out my shoulder slope like so. Title to scoop neckline, in which we used 4 inches for the width and we used 5 inches for the depth. So I'm just going to cut through the lines. First off, you can see the 1 inch up and 1 inch down, and we created a curve. Unlike the round neck where we first created an arc, if you notice the scoop neck and the round neck, they are kind of similar, but they aren't really the same, as you can see. So I'm just going to cut through. Now when I open it up, you would see it clearly. Cut through my shoulder slope like so. Open it up. Then just take a look at the edges where we marked out our 1 inch and look at how it actually turned out to be. Unlike a round neck that has this U curve like so. As you can see, it has this U curve. Yeah. Let's go to the neckline, the tip. Look at how it's actually turned out to be. Then over to our fourth neckline, which is the cowl or boat neckline. So we're using a width of 4 inches and a depth of either 2 inches or 1.5 inch. So it's always within the range of 1.5 to 2 inches. So the cowl neckline, the depth is not actually much. It's only the width. The width can be 4, can be 5 inches. But in this illustration, I'm going to use a width of 4 inches and a depth of 1.5 inches. Take note that the boat or cowl neckline's depth is not too much. That's just the difference from other necklines. I'm just going to create a sketch first to connect my lines before actually making it clear. Remember, the cowl / the boat or the boat's neckline depth is not always that deep. Don't forget that. So now just how to make it clear. Then create my shoulder slope like so. The depth is always smaller compared to the width and compared to other necklines. Take note of that. So we're going to title this the boat or a canoe neckline. with a width of 4 inches for the width and a depth of 1.5 inches for this tutorial. Don't mind my 2 inches, but this tutorial we use 2 inches for the depth. I'm just going to cut through like so. Cut through the shoulder slope also, our imaginary shoulder slope. Actually, our main focus here are the neckline, so I'm going to open it up for you to see how it looks like. As you can see, so over to our 5th neckline, which is the V neckline. So create a width of 4 inches and a depth of 7 inches. Width of 4 inches. Just make sure that the width of your V neckline is not much to avoid it from gaping. So just create the 2 line, connect the 4 inches to the 7 inches like so. The depth can be your desired depth if you want to show you the cleavage, or if you don't want to show the cleavage. It all depends on what you want for the depth. So we're going to name this our V neckline with a width of 4 inches and a depth of 7 inches. So I'm just going to cut through. This tutorial we're using a depth of 7 inches, but you can also add more depth if you want. You can make it 8, you can make it 9, you can make it 10. Anyhow you want it, you make it, but just make sure the width is not much to avoid it from gaping, except you're applying any contouring technique. So I'm going to open it up for you to see. You can see, that's our V neckline. You can see the shape. Then to the 6th neckline, which is a sweetheart neckline, we're using a width of 4 inches and going to create an illusion that we're going to make a square of 4 by 4 inches. That is 4 inches for the width, 4 inches for the depth first, to create a square first, to actually guide us like so. Then we're going to come down by the center front by 7 inches for the depth. That will be our actual depth for the sweetheart neckline. You can make yours deeper than that if you want. Then take note of our square, 4 inches, 4 inches. So we're going to connect that 4 inches from the end of that square box down to the 7 inches depth with a curve. Take note, it's not straight, with a curve. And let me make it clear with my red pen. As you can see, like so, from the tip of the 4 inches down to the 7 inches, as you can see, like so. So create my imaginary shoulder slope like so. I'm going to name this sweetheart neckline. Very, very fine neckline. Neckline is beautiful. Some say it gives this feminine / the girlish look. Neckline is fine. So our sweetheart neckline, we used a width of 4 inches and a depth of 7 inches. So just cut through our lines. Cut through it like so. Be careful at those sharp edges. Then cut through our imaginary shoulder slope like so. I'm going to open it up for you to see. Can you see? I see the essence of our 4-inch illusion before the depth 7 inches. See how it looks. It's very beautiful. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.